Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Trix. Today we're going to be doing another Rust Rogue video. Before we get into it, I just wanted to tell you about something cool I found the other day. It's called Zoxide. If you guys ever used a, what's it called? Like a CLI utility that like auto jump. I think it says it in here, right? Yeah, jump and auto jump, where it basically like saves your history of what you CD into in your terminal. It lets you cd to that directory whenever you want to. So for instance, I'm currently in Rust Rogue, right? And if I do pwd, that prints out where I am currently. If I just want to get to, let's say, I don't know if it will let me go to my documents because I've never just like gone to my documents while it's been installed. So hang on. Yeah, it won't find it. But if I do cd into my .config folder, CSH, sorry, it'll find it. It would also work if I did, so I'm not typing up the whole thing, I'm just saying I've been to that folder before, so it'll just find it and then switch me to it. It's really useful if you're always going into a specific directory or if you're always working in a specific directory. So like for instance, at work, I will be switching between lots of repos, right? Just because I'm like running a test or something, or I'm changing branches, and instead of me having to type out the whole cd back one directory, cd into the directory I'm trying to find, I could just cd into the name of that directory and it'll just send me there straight away. Really useful. Just wanted to bring it up. It's written in Rust. Yeah, it's written in Rust, Nix, and some shell. The shell is just for if you're installing it. If you're on Mac, the easiest way to get up and running is to use brew. And if you're on Linux, it should be in your package manager. Sorry. I'm on OpenSUSE, so I just installed it with Zipper, but I think it's really useful. If you are switching between lots of directories in the terminal, give it a try. I'm not sure what auto jump and jump are written in. I'm just recommending this because I've been doing Rust recently and I found it on, what's it called? I think it's called Awesome Rust. For people that haven't like seen awesome websites, an awesome website is just, say for example you want to find something, most likely if you type awesome and then the name of the thing you want to find, you'll find like a GitHub page for that. So if I do like, I remember I found one the other day that's called Awesome Podcast, which is literally just like a ton of podcasts on GitHub. Oh, sometimes you have to type in GitHub as well. Yeah, Awesome Podcast. And it's just a ton of podcasts on this page from most programming languages. Obviously, because it's on GitHub, you're probably going to find that it's like programming or like CLI related, but I know some of them are like awesome privacy or awesome, oh, what's it called? Awesome, I think it's awesome books, where it's like, I don't think all of them are computer science lecture books, but they're like textbooks that people can find and like use, and it's just someone's uploaded the textbooks that they own in digital format so that other people can read them. So I'd say if you are trying to find something and you're not sure like what you're looking for, or you just want to find something cool one day, just type awesome whatever and then GitHub and you'll find a couple of decent things. I mainly use this if I'm like, ooh, I'm learning a language, maybe there's like something that'll help me or something like that. Like on this Rust one, there's, sorry, oh, I had something booky for lunch and it's wreaking havoc on me right now. Awesome Rust resources, right? And there's like, okay, cool, there's benchmarks, decks and presentations, discover Rust library, and then this whole like learning section. Which I really appreciate. So if you're learning Rust, don't do it the way I did it, because the way I did it was pretty stupid. If you're learning any language, I would recommend going through this. There's probably one for Java too. There's also the roadmaps that I know of, which I was going to bring. I don't know if I've already brought that up, but just in case I haven't, if I go to my stars, hang on, it's just going to take a while. There we go. If I go to awesome roadmaps, I have the Java one saved already, but there's one for like everything pretty much. So if you're doing these languages, if you're interested, if you're doing web development, it has like a development track. I haven't checked any of these ones out. I've only checked out the Rust and the Java one, But I know with the Rust one, it's a lot more like how to explain this. There's like a lot more on the Rust one, and like, oh, you can do this, you can do that, than there are on some of them. I know in the Java one, it's literally like, oh, these are the technologies, and just like go through them. On the Rust one, it's more like if you go on that website, it may have like a tutorial or something. I haven't checked out any of these other ones. Which one would probably be good? Is there like there's developer road? I'll open up the developer one and the front end developer because that's probably like the most popular ones. I want to say. There's a hacker one, software architect, and these ones are like kind of niche. That's interesting if you're going for university, I'm guessing. You know what? I'll have a look at the university one. The front end developer one's not there anymore. That's sad. This is the university one. What's this university one like? I should probably read it, right? MOOCs suck, OCW is outdated, and micro-credentials are predatory. We are making degree roadmaps comprised of 100% free, high-quality online courses for self-study. It's very much in its infancy, as such it could really use some help and input. Okay, so let's go to learn. Let's see what it says. Visit the website to get started. Okay, shapesofknowledge.io. There's computer science. Well, I've done computer science, let's have a look. Intro to CS, pretty standard. Programming 1. What's this about? Python, pretty good choice. I would have said either Python or Java if you're getting into programming. Python if you're gonna do like more data science. Java if you want to do like more low level stuff. I think at university we done C and then Python. For CS we done C, Python, and Java. For the IT guys, I think they done C because we all shared the same module first. We done C, and then I think they done Python straight away. And then I just continued with Python and then web development, but that seems reasonable. SICP, Structured Interpretation of Computer Programming Programs. We had something like this as well. It was called Fundamentals of. It was basically like Intro to Computer Science, right? I think it was like Fundamentals of Computer Science or something. Like it teaches you the underlying things in the computer. Probability, that's fine. We had discrete maths. Single variable calculus, multivariable calculus. I don't think we've done these at university. These two weren't necessary when I was going to university. I done these when I was doing like A level, but at university I don't know why you would need it unless you're doing like maybe AI or what was it? What was the other one that they did at uni? Data mining and I think it was AR VR because those are like very maths heavy, but you could just learn these yourself if you wanted to. Oh, it has courses too. Okay, fair enough. Physics and Newton mechanics. Yeah, that's and these are like entry level, right? Well, I'm guessing they're entry level because they're at the very top. So I'm guessing like this is like A level maths, A level physics, A level maths again. That's fair enough. Oh wait, hang on. Math core, physics core. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Computation structures, logic circuits. Oh, we done that in discrete maths. That's fine. Computation. I clicked on that again. Digital communications. That's Python 2. I think some of this is like a mix of IT and computer science. Then I'm guessing, or it's just my university done it differently. But everything seems reasonable so far. Math for computer science. Yep, that's fine. Algorithms 1. Fair enough. Yeah. You do need to do data structures and algorithms at least once. As long as you know like what sorting algorithms are and searching algorithms are, you should be fine. Python again, fair enough. Computation thinking with Julia. Is it the reason that Julia is not? Oh, okay, they actually meant Julia. Okay. I'm not sure how. I know Julia is like a little like has less semantics than Python, and it's supposed to be easier. But I don't know how many jobs there are for Julia. Faster than Go, JavaScript, Python, especially R and MATLAB. That's fair, but again, there are other languages that will be more hireable. But fair enough. programmed for puzzles. Python again, fair enough. Computer systems. Distributed systems, security, so okay. Software engineering. Taught in TypeScript, fair enough, it's a higher level language. Operating systems, that's fine. Machine learning, this stuff down here is like final year stuff. Deep learning, this is all like AI pretty much. Compilers, that's like second year. Programming languages, fair enough. Theory, yeah. Complexity theory. Don't even think we done this one at university. Graduate complexity theory, yeah. Didn't do these at university. Databases, advanced databases, computer systems, and iPhone app development. These two are mandatory at my uni. This one was mandatory. iPhone app development. I know one of my mates did app development. I don't remember if it was iPhone or Android, but I know he did it. I could probably ask him, but fair enough. Networking, this was mandatory for us. Data management and information processing. SQL, oh, okay. Yeah, we've basically done this at uni. Scalable software architectures. I don't know if the IT guys did this. I know. Hang on. Technically, we all done it. Well, from my friendship group, we technically all done it. But there was like one lecture in another module that was covering this. But lots of people didn't come to that, but fair enough. Distributed systems, principles of computers. These three, no, these two I want to say that I done at university. This one, probably not. This is game development. I'm guessing going to be like AR VR maybe. Not sure. Again, back to I'm gonna guess AI. Yeah? Software performance engineering. Don't even know if I've covered that at university. This is AI again. Web security, we covered that at university. Cryptography, covered that at university for cybersecurity. Computer graphics, technically yes in I want to say second year, but it didn't really count. It wasn't like graphics. We weren't making a graphics engine. It was literally like using Spring. Was it no Swing? I said Spring because I'm doing Spring now. Swing in Java just to make like desktop apps in Java, but it's not really computer graphics. Theoretical CS didn't do. I'm guessing this like bottom stuff is like maybe fourth year, maybe masters. Battle code, web lab, statistics, machine learning, healthcare, cryptocurrency, engineering, and design. I want to say from cryptography like down is probably masters, but the list seems reasonable. Again, only thing like my opinion on this is like most of the people in my university had the same opinion. We just wished we were taught languages that were more in demand. Like the guys in IT done PHP mainly, which is like fair enough. PHP is used in some places, but to get a job with PHP, you need to have a lot of experience. Same thing with like Java, C, and it would have been more. I think it would have been more reasonable if at university the same concepts were just taught in like JavaScript and TypeScript, because you can get the same thing across, and the language is more popular and a lot easier to get into, like when you're actually breaking into the industry. Just I can understand both sides, right? Like the stuff is a lot, changing everything that you've been teaching so far is going to be a lot harder than just teaching from the content you already have. But it's also like the times are changing. We need to stick up. We need to stay up to date with the current technologies that are in demand, and it's going to be a lot harder if you're just teaching the same thing that had been taught like a while ago, when it's a lot harder to get that experience when you're coming fresh out of university, right? Like, also obviously I'm erring on the side of students in it because I just graduated like a couple of months ago, so that's just my opinion. But in terms of this, what's in this and like what's being recommended, solid. Obviously haven't taken this, I haven't done this personally, but if you think it'll be helpful, check it out. Just look up awesome roadmaps to find this one. Let's peruse the. Which one was it? It was. The developer roadmap? Was it this one? Nice. Oh, it's just all of them. That's great, isn't it? Front end. Oh, roadmap. It'll probably be easy if I just said go to this website, isn't it? Front end roadmap.sh and just choose one that you think is interesting. That seems reasonable. Yeah, that seems reasonable. The ones in purple are like, oh yeah, you should probably know them. The ones in green are like, yeah, alternative option. Brown is learn anytime, and brown with no color, with no check is not recommended. Fine, fair enough. Oh, it lets you tick it off. That's sick. I right clicked by accident. Nice. I was just gonna say prettier is like you don't really need to learn prettier. It's just it's an extension, right? So I don't think it's like, oh, you need to learn it either, but it's like you just enable it in VS Code or something and it just does it for you. So fair enough. This is very like, what's it, framework dependent, because in like Spring and Django you need templates, but in other languages like JavaScript, PHP, nothing else is coming to mind right now. But if you're like using a language that's not built for front end, you're gonna need a template. If you're just using a front end language like JavaScript, PHP, I can't think of another. What's used on the front end? The main two are like JavaScript and PHP now, because everything else just needs HTML templates. If you're like doing Python, you're using a template to like render your data inside to render your content on the HTML. So yeah, I understand that, but this is very like dependent on what you choose. What language does it recommend? Well, I'm looking at it and I'm guessing it's just recommending JavaScript, right? Fair enough. Yeah, because it has TypeScript too. Okay, that's fair. I'm happy as recommending Svelte and Flutter. That's nice. Flutter. I would say this should be split into like to. This is more like a design thing to me. If you're coming from JavaScript and you're going straight into Flutter, it's going to be really bloody hard trying to get used to the semantics. If you're coming from like maybe TypeScript, it'll be easier just because you're already handling types. But Flutter is very verbose because Flutter is basically like Kotlin and Java, right? So to recommend it equally, if there was like a JavaScript path and then like a choose your own adventure type path, that would be better, I'd say. Because I can see you doing like front end in like Java or like Python, and then just saying if you want to do these two, try giving Flutter a go because you already cracked cheese. But fair enough. I'd just say like there should be a preface or something saying that you should do TypeScript or you should have experience in a strongly typed language before doing Flutter, because React Native and React they don't enforce typing. And if you go from JavaScript, which doesn't enforce typing, to a typed enforcing language, it's going to be very hard to get used to. But you'll be cracked when you write tests, because with JavaScript you have to write a test for everything, right? And then when you're doing like typed languages, it's like, because you're using types, you don't have to write a test to check that you're passing the right thing, because it just catches it at was it not compile time? Yeah, at compile time it catches it when you're doing it at compile time. And when you're like doing it at runtime, when you actually try to pass something, it'll be like, hell no. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Sorry, I'm derailing this a bit. Just wanted to check this out. The DevOps one. Ooh, I could probably send this to. It's cool. I didn't even know there was an Alibaba Cloud. That's cool. I've heard of these other ones. This one, like, kind of, like, sometimes recommended. This is the one that every, like, Linux YouTuber is sponsored by. They're like, oh yeah, check out the node. Heroku was sick back in the day. I haven't used Azure. I've used G Cloud. I've used AWS. I've used Heroku. I've never used this one, and this one. Yeah, I've only used 3 of these. Grafana is sick. Prometheus is alright. Haven't used any of these. I've used Loki because it's just baked into Grafana. Haven't used any of the other ones. I think I used Elasticsearch like once. Never used any of these. Not used Ansible. I've loosely used Terraform, as in like I've edited Terraform before. I have never like made a Terraform script by itself. Like I've edited Ansible, but I've never just made the thing by myself. I've used GitHub Actions and Jenkins. This one I've set up manually. Jenkins I haven't set up, but like all of them read from, I believe, a YAML file anyway, so it's not that hard to get used, like to get up and running. I've used Vault, but I haven't like set one up. Never used these. Used Docker and LXC. What's it? Oh, there's a thing. I'll run it on myself. TrueNAS, there we go. TrueNAS Core uses LXC containers, whereas TrueNAS Scale uses Docker containers. LXC containers are a little weird to set up and get up and running. Docker containers are a lot nicer. Nginx is alright. If you use Linux, you basically have used all of these already. Except Dig. I've never used Dig before. Never used any of... I've used VMstat. I've used some of these. Yeah, done these. It's like the BSDs. That's a bit hardcore, but fair enough. Ubuntu, well, and SUSE, fair enough. Ubuntu's more popular than SUSE though. I haven't seen Windows servers before. I know LTT used to run Windows servers, right? And then they switched over to Ubuntu, but Windows, I don't even think Windows servers are that popular in enterprise. Obviously, like, learn it if you think it's useful, but I don't think it, like, it's I haven't seen it being that popular. Like, even during university, they had us doing Linux systems. They didn't have us doing, like, Windows systems. If anything, they had us hacking into Windows systems for cybersecurity. Yeah, this is standard. Systemd is on, like, every Ubuntu system anyway. Like, Debian. Initd, that's just another startup service. Like, I can't be asked to. Threads and concurrency, fair enough. Processes, POSIX. POSIX is just the type of shell you're using, networking and sockets. You pretty much cover that when you're down here. IO management, virtualization, memory, and that's fine. Python and Go, I can see, because some of the scripts that are used at work, like you can use any language, honestly. Because you can make any language do anything you want, because all of them have like file IO libraries, so if you want, you can do anything in any language. I think JavaScript and Node.js is a bit much though, because you have to start up a server to do what you want to do, when you could just like automate a script like a cron job or something to run your run a file every so often. So like you can do that easily with like Ruby, Python, Go, and Rust. To do that with JavaScript, of course you can do the same thing with JavaScript. It's just you're gonna have to write a lot of parameters to get it good. Because like in a cron job, you could just be like, okay, cool, just run this file every so often, and you don't even need to specify anything. You just say every whatsoever time, just run this for all of those files. But with the JavaScript thing, with the JavaScript for Node.js one, you have to be like, okay, cool, you have to run this shell script that starts up this server, executes this command on that server to get this Node.js server running, and then have that Node.js server like inside the code for that Node.js or JavaScript do something. Like that just seems convoluted to me. I might be wrong on that though. Like honestly, I might be wrong on that. But I feel like any front end framework probably gonna be a bit harder to do. Ruby is that weird middle ground, which is like it was built for scripting, but then like what's the word? Where it's been like moved into front end. But yeah. Anyway, let's get back to coding because this is supposed to originally be a coding stream. Oh. Oh yeah, I remember that. Because I know one of my mates wants to go into DevOps and I'll be sick. Whoops. Oh god. I was about to basically to explain what I was about to do when I nearly typed my branch name incorrectly. Like normal semantics for branches is you type fix or whatever and then the name of the thing you're trying to do, and I nearly done that, which is great. See and cannot find. Oh fuck. That's fine. Whoops, this one. I want to get into spawner. There we go. I do not believe I have these, so I'm just going to copy paste. And you know where they're going right at the end of the file. There we are. Sorry guys, I'm tired. In both, we're making a new entity. We give it a position because it has to start somewhere on the map. We assign a renderable set to appropriate CP. Both three. I was really about to say this when I could have just said ASCII glyphs, honestly. We give them a name and mark them as items. You can add them to the spawn table like this. Okay, so room table. There we go. Oh, cool. They just add these two. When you try your best and you don't. I was about to make a joke that YouTube might DMCA me, but then I was like, I can kind of see YouTube DMCAing me just because I say that like for however many seconds. That I remember recording a video once, which is like, I was trying to return something, and they wanted me to upload a video, an unlisted video of like, my headphones not working correctly, so that they can hear it, which is like fair enough because it was I was sending it back, right? And they were like, oh, they need to test, either I test it and then they test it. I mean, either they test it and then like, oh, I have to pay to send it back, or I test it, send them a video, and they'll just like pay for a replacement. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll just make a video of like how it sounds. So I literally just recorded a video of it playing music. And YouTube DMCA'd me because of the music I was using, and I was just there like, this is so like on brand, but also like I'm happy they caught it, but it was unlisted. Like I wasn't trying to show this to people. I was just making a video to get a refund. But anyway, that's a little bit of story. But yeah, I just found that interesting. I was like, cool. That should be a shift that way. Oh, shift this way. There we go. When you don't use Vim after a while, you forget things. If you cargo run, let me just. Sorry, I'm just gonna grab some water. Looks promising. Yeah. Ooh, those are okay. Those are okay. That's fine. That's fine. Like every programmer before me, when you see warnings, warnings are okay. When you see errors or build errors or anything red, that's when you worry. Yeah. It's taking its time thinking. Ooh, let's have a look. Nice. If you can't go run, you can now run around and eventually find a dagger and shield. Okay, so if I go around. Ooh, that's a goblin. No, there we go. Oh god. G. I might just die, you know. Please don't be there. Oh, thank god. What's this? G. Health potion. I. A. Thank you. Let's go up. I think this is a dagger. G. Nice. A. That's sick. Oh god. Do I just take the L? I was literally like about to take the L. I was like, oh yeah, I'm resounded to I'm just gonna die. Oh no. Let's see. Some of these walls, honestly. Interesting. Nice. Let's see. How did that? This auto-generated stuff is mad, you know. Let's see. That's to get to the next place. Good to know. Let's go up. Ooh, that's not connected. Interesting. There we are. And then if I go over here, it'll fill that in. Interesting. I think there might be a room there, but I might be wrong. Yeah, no room. Nice. So if I click escape, I can click... Ah, Vim key bindings don't work in there, that's sad. Anyway. Cool. Equipping the item. Daggers and shields aren't too useful if you can't use them, so let's make them equipable. I think I just did. We need a way to indicate that an item can be equipped. You probably guessed by now, but we add a new component in component.rs. Components. And there we are. We also have to remember to register in a few places now that we have serialization support from chapter 11. In main.rs we add a list of register components. Okay. So in main, I think no, click the wrong one. I just add this to the very bottom. Just here. I print that there. Oh, damn. V shift this way. There we go. In save load system. This one in save load. We add it to both sets of componentness. Ah. So that one and this one, I'm guessing. So I do comma, equip pabo. Do I need to specialize it? No, I don't need to say each one. Equip pabo. There we go. Finally, we should add the equivalent component to our diagram shield functions in spawner.rs. So inside here. So right at the bottom, I'm just going to copy over these. Where did it chuck it in? Yeah, I done it in the width. Could I? You know what? I want to be lazy today. P. There we go. Making items equipable. Generally, having a shield in your backpack doesn't help much. Obvious. How did you fit in there? Question aside, like mini games, we'll go through that one. Dimensional storage. That's how. So you have to be able to pick one up. Pick one to equip. We'll start by making another component equipped. This is a sort of fashion. To a backpack, it indicates that an entity is holding it. Unlike in backpack, it will indicate what slot is in use. Here's the basic equipped component in components.rs. So let me just jump into here. Equipped. Cool. Sorry about that. I'm also realizing when I burp or anything, it's like boosted on this mic. I'm very sorry for everybody who hears that. Just like before, we need to register in main.rs, including serialization, deserialization this in save.load. So in here, I need to gs.ecs.register. Whoops, colon equipped. I think it's equipped. Yep. And then this, and then that, and then inside of save load system, I need to chuck on here equipped. There we go. And there we are. Actually equipping the item. Now we want to make it possible to actually equip the item. Doing so will automatically unequip any item in the same slot. We'll do this through the same interface we already have for using items, so we don't have this. I don't know what that means. Different. Oh. So we don't have disparate, which is different. Menus everywhere. Open inventory system. And we'll add item use system. We'll edit item use system. We'll start by expanding the list of systems we are referencing. So that says under confusion, equipable, equipped, and in backpack. So, oh, whoops. There we go. And then this one, I'll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shit. 6. This way. There we go. Then suffer damage, AoE, mut, confused. Then in here, it's equipable, mut, equipped, mut, backpack. So that's mut confused, equipable, mut equipped, and mut backpack. I should really be saying mute, because it's mutable, right? It's not mutable, it's mutable, so it'd be mute. Great. I'm gonna go with mute from now on. Now after target acquisition, add the following block. That's target acquisition, so it'll be this one. Yeah. There we go. And I chose poorly on that one. 1, 2, 3. 3 shift that way. Nice. This starts by matching to see if we can equip the item. If we can, it looks up the target slot for the item and looks to see if there is already an item in the slot. If there, it moves it to the backpack. Lastly, it adds an equipped component to the item entity with the owner, the player right now, and the appropriate slot. Lastly, you may remember that when the player moves to the next level, we delete a lot of entities. You want to include it equipped by the player as a reason to keep an item in the ECS. In main.rs, we modify okay. Did I save this? Yep, there we go. Main.rs, we modify entities to remove on level. This one. Let me just copy that over. And it's indented 1. There we are. And then down here, I just need to and then shift this way. And then if I do this one. Oh god. Is it this? No. Is it this one? No. This one? No. This one? This one? This one? No. What the? I need to learn the key binding to jump between braces. I don't know it. And just clicking the brace on my keyboard is not doing it. Cargo build. Interesting. Okay, so let's fix these individually. So equipment slot does not exist in spawner.rs. Equipment and equipable are not in spawner.rs. Okay. And inventory system can't find them either. Okay, let me try this. Spawner.rs needs. I could actually check. Oh, where's the? It's at the very bottom, right? I want to check the imports. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong control. There we go. Inside SRC spawner. Yeah, it adds them here. Nice. So this needs the equipment slot and equipable. There we go. Then in inventory system, it should need the same thing. I'm guessing it's equipable and then equipped. Nice. Let me try that again. There should be one more error that I need to fix. Again, anybody that sees this and thinks it's this hard to code in Rust, it is not. I am using NeoVim, which makes things kinda, I'm not even gonna lie, it makes things harder because it does not pull your imports for you, just using IDE. I am just using NeoVim because I'm always in the terminal anyway. Let me just pull this over. Yeah, you guys can see this on the screen too. That was weird. I swear. If you cargo run the project now, you can run around and picking up new items. You can equip them. They don't do anything yet, but at least you can swap them in and out. The game log will show equipped and unequipped. Okay, so begin your game. I want to find something without dying. G. That's a health potion. Oh no. G. Okay, I have a dagger. Inventory. A. Inventory. A. I used my health potion when I didn't mean to. Anywho, granting combat bonuses. Logically, a shield should provide some protection against incoming damage, and being stabbed with a dagger should hurt more than being punched. To facilitate this, we'll add some more components. This should be familiar someone by now in component.rs. This one? See? Yeah. Hold on. No. Oh. I keep clicking the wrong key bindings. Add the... Yeah, we also need to remember to register in main.rs and save load. What are they called? Melee power bonus and defense power bonus. I clicked the wrong one. Again, sorry. Whoops. There we go. What else I need to do? In spawner.rs, add. I need to do it in save load as well. This one. There we go. In spawner.rs. Do I need to add it there? Yeah, I do. Sorry about that, my finger itches. Let me just chuck this in. There we go. Notice how we've added the components to each. Yeah. Now we need to modify the melee combat system to apply these bonuses. We do this by adding some additional ECS queries to our system. So it's this one. I'm guessing is going to need, what's it? Game log, wants to melee, name, combat stats, suffered damage. It's going to need melee power bonus. Defense bonus and equipped. Can't spell. Equipped. There we go. Oh god, I might just copy this. Down to let damage, right? Control C, and then from here down to, oops, let damage. I should just be able to paste over. There we go. This is a big chunk of code, so let's go through it. We've added melee power bonus, defense bonus, and equipped readers to the system. Once we've determined that the attack is alive, we set the offensive bonus to 0. We iterate all entities that have a melee power bonus and an equipped entry. If they are equipped by the attacker, we add the power bonus to the offensive bonus. Once we determine that the defender is alive, we set defensive bonus to 0. We iterate all entities that have a defense bonus and an equipped entry. If they are equipped by the target, we add their defense to the defense bonus. When we calculate damage, we add the offense bonus to the power side and add the defense bonus to the defense side. If you cargo run now, you'll find that your dagger makes you hit harder and using your shield makes you suffer less damage. Cool, let's give that a try. Oh no. Always build. I was thinking something is off about those paragraphs. I mean those calls, and I'm thinking, oh, it's just different sizes. No, they're just indented differently. Fair enough. Also, very sorry about the stuttering camera. It's not my camera, it's just my laptop is chugging away right now, and it can't really handle me doing all of this. It's quite old. When it doesn't turn on anymore, then I'll consider getting a new laptop. Until then, this bad boy's gonna stay. Ooh, now I'm thinking about it. If this dies, I won't be able to pull anything over. I could take out the hard drive and put it in something else. You know what? Future Cameron can worry about it. Anyway, already, I found it already. That is sick. Let's go down this way. Nope. Okay, let's go down the other way. Nice. That's dagger. I got 2 daggers. Nice. Let's go with my dagger. You equipped the dagger. Yes, I know. I'm just gonna circle the perimeter just to see what I can find. Nothing up there. Let's go in through this way then. Always hit the wrong keys, don't I? Oh, there's... okay. Oh, that was nice. It killed it quickly. Let's go there. There we go. That's nice. Up there. Nice, I have a shield. And there was no good there. That's great, isn't it? Let's do C. Because I do not want to equip a shield right now. I want to survive. Let me just go up this way. There we go. I think I completed the map. Nice. Cool. Let's exit. Nice. Unequipping item. Now that you can equip items and remove them by swapping, you want to stop holding an item and return it to your backpack. In a game as simple as this one, this isn't strictly necessary, but is a good option to have for the future. We'll bind the R key to remove an item since that key is available in player.rs. We add the input code. Okay, let's go to the bottom. It doesn't really put it anywhere, but I'll just chuck it at the bottom. I'll just leave it there, that's fine. Oh, whoops. There we go. Now we add show remove item to run state in main.rs. Where's run state? There we go. And we add a handler in the tick. That's just at the very bottom down here. Three. There we go. I think it was 3. Where does this one end? Yeah, 3. We'll implement a new component in component.rs. See the code for the serialization handler. It's a cut and paste of handler for once you strip an item and the name's changed. As usual, it has to be registered in main.rs and save load system. So in save load, I just need to go here and do wants to remove item. Whoops. And then there we go, wants to remove item. Then inside of main.rs, right at the bottom, there we go. Now in GUI, we'll implement remove item menu. Is there a remove item menu here already? It's almost exactly the same as the item dropping menu, but changing what it requires and the heading. It'll be a great idea to make these into more generic functions sometime. I'm guessing that's going to be something in the next chapter, as it's dropping it there. I say that, I'm hoping it is. This one, very weird that it's just dropping it there, but okay. There we go. Now we should extend inventory system.rs to support removing items. Fortunately, this is very simple. Inventory item remove. Okay. So it could be this one. I feel like these could all be implemented. Like these systems could be made a lot easier to use by just using like a factory class that calls the one that you want, because it's pretty much doing, it shares some things between each one. Yeah, I'm guessing that's what the GUI.rs does, right? Hang on. No, that's what the players what's it, their input controls do. They literally just call it a run state, which does something like this. So I'm guessing that's what that factory is. I'm trying to relate this to Java so much. Lastly, we add it into the main.rs. And let me just, oh whoops, P, there we go. Now if you cargo run, I was expecting that. Where are the GUI, inventory system, and main? Cool. So GUI once equipped, inventory once want to remove, Is it once or want? Once, cool. And main wants item remove system. Cool. If I have VI, and that was GUI wanted. I was literally looking at it, and now I can't remember. Painful. What does GUI want? GUI wants equipped. Jesus. What the system inventory wants to remove item. And main wants item remove system. Okay, so if I find a dagger somewhere, I don't think that's a dagger. Sorry. Damn, I hit the checkpoint. So if I do B for shield and then R to remove shield, it should be back in my... Nice! Adding some more powerful gear later. Okay. Spawner.rs. Cool. So longsword and tower shield. Cool. Then we're going to add a quick fix to random table errors. We have no entries with 0 or okay. So this add method needs this change. Okay, there we are. Just need to in one, and then there we go. Now in spawner.rs we'll add them to the loot table with a chance of appearing in the dungeons. Control C. Where is it? It's in spawner.rs. Where is it? It's this one. No, it's not. Is this one? There. I did not mean to scroll on that one. Now, as you descend further, you can find better weapons and shields. Nice. Did I have to import those? Dagger and shield. No. We're nearly at the end of the basic tutorial, so let's make something happen when you die. Rather than looking up in the console loop, in file damage system.rs, this one, we'll edit the match statement on player for delete dead. It is this match statement here. One day I'll be able to print and it will go fine. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4. It was 4, right? I think it was. Yeah, okay, cool. I was like, what? Of course, we now have to go to main.rs and add the new state. So that's game over. And then this run state for game over. There we go. And then it's 3 in. There we go. That's relatively straightforward. We call game over to run the menu, and when you click that, we delete everything in the ECS. Lastly, in GUI.rs, we implement game over. Let me just grab this, let me chuck this all the way at the bottom of GUI. There we go. Did I include anything from there? Do not believe so. Lastly, we handle game over cleanup. Where does that go? I'm just going to check if it's in GUI. Oh, fuck. What's it called? Game over cleanup. Okay, let's try game log. No. Main game over clean up. Nice, it's inside of main. Very confusing. It's underneath go to next level. Underneath? Yeah, it's underneath. There we are. Now if I go all the way to the bottom. That way. Error out. There we go. Now it needs run state in damage system. Oh god. I just want to check that I haven't fucked up that badly. This is why you try to type slowly, guys. Don't try to type fast when you don't know if you're clicking the right keys. especially in them. Cool, I'll just try to die then. If I don't equip anything and I just keep going for mobs, I'll eventually die. Cool, let me just go find some mobs. Yep, there we are. Please, I forgot that you just running into them kills you. Kills them. Attacks them. Why do I keep saying kill? No, none here. Are there any up here? No. That's a room. Thank you. Please. Oh, I'm so close, man. That's a non-existent room. Does this lead to something? No. Okay, let's try it this way. Let's go down this way. Let's see, does this have one? Nice. It didn't even let me read it. But it did work. I'm guessing because I still had my hand on the keyboard when it popped up. It just oh yeah, press any key to go to the main menu. Because my hand was still on the keyboard when I died, it just immediately sent me to the main menu. But it did pop up. It was just very quick. But yeah, it's working. Cool. And you didn't see the "you died" message log out in the console like every other time I've played the game and died. So progress. I remember a while back I complained about that I want this to like not error out to the console. So at least it's not erroring out to the console anymore. Chapter 14. I really hate this battery warning thing. It's for the what's it? It's not for my laptop battery, it's for something else. I think it's what is it for? The only thing that's got a battery in on that's connected to my laptop is the laptop battery. I don't know what is reporting as 0%. I don't have another battery in here or connected to it. What's reporting 0%? I'm thinking maybe the facecam has a battery in it, but then I'm thinking there's no way it turns off immediately when I close OBS. Interesting. That might need some investigating later. Anyway, it's called equipment. I was going to scroll all the way to the top when it's right in the browser tab. Oh. Anyway, let's get the chapter names. Okay, equipping the player. I wish there was a way to like see the header styles without looking at the source code. What the hell is that? I can't read that. Sometimes, man. That's purely because I'm using Awesome, and like some apps just don't know how to render correctly in Awesome. So like some apps are in light mode, some apps are in dark mode, and it's all because on Linux you have like GTK, Qt, then there's like new ones like React Native, Flutter, Electron, Tauri. Like all of them use a different standard for like identifying what your theme is on your computer, and not all of them use the same standard, or like some of them make it like a system theme, like a system setting that you have to change. But it's like awesome to have those system settings. It's just you design how you want it to look. So painful when it comes in with, oh, it's trying to render something, and because you're using the wrong theme for something, it's like it can't render. Shit. Oh, and of course I'm typing in the wrong screen. Cool. So I can remove this, go to the next one, stretch goals. Considering this tutorial when people are using it, thank you. So I decided to keep adding content. Section 2 is more of a smorgasbord of content than a structured tutorial. Nice. I'll keep adding content as we try to build a great roguelike as a community. Please feel free to contact me. Nice. I might just like follow him on Mastodon if he's on there. Actually, I can see if he's on Mastodon. Give me a sec. Sorry. I need to go on to people, don't I? People. Herbaticus. I can't spell. I think this is the guy. Yeah, this is him. I found him. Nice. Because I'm using this tutorial, I might as well follow him on Mastodon because the tutorial is pretty sick. If you have any questions, ideas, or improvements, or things you'd like me to add. Also, sorry about all the Patreon spam. Hopefully, someone will find this sufficiently useful and feel like throwing a coffee or two at my way. Nice. I like the. I don't think there's much Patreon stuff. It's like the book looks cool, I guess. It's like the hands-on Java book, I think it's called. Is it called hands-on Java? No, this isn't the one that I was looking for. It's... What's the one that Ben Evans wrote? I'm gonna type out his full name. Yeah, it's Benjamin J. Evans. There we go. What was the book called? It wasn't this one. Well-grounded Java developer. Java in a nutshell. Well-grounded. That's Arduino in action. Java in action. This is hands-on. I was thinking of the in action books. Not hands-on. Sorry. There's a lot of in action books like Spring in action, Java in action, Rust in action, which are like hands-on stuff that you can do that are like, it teaches you not just like the background stuff, it teaches you how to use it in like real world scenarios and like get your hands on like, oh, trying to build this, trying to build that, and then explaining to you what you're doing, kind of like this. That's why I was like, oh, it's hands-on, but it's not, it's in action. Sorry. Again, I haven't read this book, but I do recommend, like, maybe if you're trying to learn a new thing, maybe give an in action book a try. Obviously, like, use everything you can, because like one language is going to be different to a different language, right? Like when I was learning Java, I found doing, what's it called, I found reading books a lot more helpful when like learning Java, because when you're doing the tutorial, it doesn't go like in depth into, oh, this is how this does this, this is how this does that. It just tells you like, oh, you can do this, and then doesn't really like go deep into what it does. Whereas like with Rust, there's a tutorial for pretty much everything, from like, oh, you haven't done any programming before, to, oh, I'm coming from like C, I'm gonna know everything down to like how memory is managed and all of that. So Yeah, just find what you think would. Just try everything, honestly. If you don't like one thing, try a different thing. If you like a specific thing, try something new, I'm guessing. Obviously, if you got one way that you're like, you know that this is going to work for you, stick with it. But it's always good to try new things to see if a new way will be a bit helpful. Like, it might not be helpful for different languages, but like for web development, it's a lot easier to, like, for web development, you need to get your hands on like projects and stuff, because just reading about how to do it isn't that helpful. You need to actually like experience doing it yourself to be like, oh, this does this, this does that. Because reading about what it does and actually seeing it is way different. But with Java, or like, I want to say C, like reading a book's a lot more helpful, because lots of the stuff is just behind the scenes that you just code. And because you're just looking at code and you're not actually like changing anything on the screen, you're just like writing something a little bit differently. Understanding the key concepts behind it is going to be a lot harder if you're just watching something than reading it and like playing around with it. Either way, like getting your hands on code is like the best way to do it. But the material you use to like supplement that, you can just play around with. Yeah, change it up. It's basically what I'm trying to get at. I spent like 2 minutes trying to explain me saying basically just change up the way you try learning stuff in my days. Anyway, next chapter, nicer walls. Cool. Let me go on to. I wish I could automatically just open a PR for me, merge it, do all of this without me having to do it. But we can't all have nice things, can we? I know there's probably just a GitHub action to do that, and I just can't be asked to build one. I just can't be asked to find one and then like just turn it on. Because I have one for. Do I have one on this? No, I don't have one on this, but I do have one for my GitHub README, where it's like every so often it updates my stats, my chest stats, and my Todoist stats. Like my normal stats are like, oh, songs I'm currently listening to, articles that I've written, YouTube videos that I'm got going. Like, look, you can see the one I'm doing right now, building a roguelike game in Rust Part 14. Annual list. This is like, this isn't very accurate, I'm gonna say, because it shuffles it if it's always the same thing. Like the minutes watched and the chapters read are accurate, but the currently watched and currently read are always just changing. Like, one, I read a lot, so it's always changing anyway. But like, Yokuso, Classroom of the Elite, I haven't read. I think I dropped Classroom of the Elite a long time ago, but it's still there. Otome Game no, this one is, oh, what's it called in English? Otome Game no Hametsu Flag Shikanai Akuyaku Reijo ni Tensei Shite Shimatta. That is, the villainess is Akuyaku Reijo ni Tensei Shite Shimatta. The villainess is like an angel and strikes up love flags in a love simulator. That one I haven't read in a long time. Yeah, these two I haven't read in a long time. Like today, I can probably read out what I read today. Actually, yeah, my if you don't follow me on Mastodon, subtle plug, Mastodon Twitter gets updated with my reading stats. What I currently read today, if I go on my profile, is the Garbage Collection Handbook, which is a Java book, and then Ember Knight for mangas. Ember Knight, Mikada no Shanshimai wa Angai Choroi. Random Chat, The Beloved Little Princess. That's written in what's it called? That's written in Korean, and I'm not going to try pronouncing the Hangul. Same with I am the real one. Then you have my coding stats, which is kind of 18 hours of coding. Jesus Christ. Then there's my father is the strongest. I'm not gonna read out the Hangul because I can't even read it myself. Kaiju number 8, which is a monster number 8. And yeah, if you want to know what I'm currently reading, just look at my Mastodon on my Twitter. If you don't, I know lots of people don't have Mastodon. It's just more people follow me on Mastodon than they do on Twitter. Just is how it is. But if you want to see like more up-to-date stuff, check out my Mastodon because I don't really update my GitHub that often. I did add a portfolio website which I made in my off time, which is literally like the worst portfolio website you'll ever see. It's literally just a Rust doc. It's literally just like this, but in the style of a portfolio. Not the best looking, honestly. I'm not a web developer, but my thing is like I'm not like I don't prioritize web development that much just because I'm not really a web developer. Like simple as. But yeah, that being said, like when you've got like a CV or something, it's cool if you update your CV and like prioritize web development or like UI UX and you're like you want to update it, like that's fair enough. Just for me, it's not a priority for me, and I just want something easy that I can just change. So I just use the static site generator, which is literally just what the Rust doc is. You literally just edit some markdown and it generates some HTML for you to render on a web page. If you don't know me yet, you should then, like me saying I like markdown files. If you know me very well, you understand. I basically take notes in like everything in Markdown, like my PKMS, my what's it called, knowledge management system that I use like Obsidian with, all written in Markdown. Markdown is sick. You can use VimWiki, Logsec, all of that stuff, but that's probably going to be another video or another lifetime. Anyway, I've kept you guys for like an hour and 30 minutes, so I'll call it here. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, enjoy the rest of your day, and peace.